Thank you very much. Friends, we are in the valedictory session of a fairly fruitful and rich conference. This is the 6th edition of the World Renewable Energy Technology Congress. This event is held every year on the specified dates without fail. Today, we are fortunate to have amongst us Chief guest, Ms. Gauri Kumar. She is Secretary Coordination, Cabinet Secretariat, Government of India, and she is soon going to join the Public uh, Sector Enterprises Board as a member. She had an illustrious career in Gujarat, and this is particularly relevant from the renewable energy point of view. So I will give that slant in my introduction. She has worked in finance, urban development, health, but more importantly, in the ministry, in Government of India, she has worked in economic affairs. She has worked in industries looking at agro-business. She has worked in textiles. In fact, she was director NIFT, and there her competence and toughness, I think people do remember. She was also with the Ministry of Environment and Forest. And if today we see Campa coming out into the investment zone rather than a collection zone, and if Campa has taken on board renewable energy agenda also, we actually know whom to blame. And that is our chief guest. As Secretary Border Management, and then Secretary Labor and Employment. People remember her in those offices. Now she is in the Cabinet Secretariat. This becomes important from our point of view because she understands the scope of renewable energy. She also understands the bottlenecks which are there. And when our recommendations go to the Cabinet Secretariat, I'm sure it will get a sympathetic and knowledgeable hearing. Other speakers, I will not introduce them in the interest of time, and you have seen them in last 2 or 3 days. I'll straight away come down to the road ahead which emerged from our discussions, though Mr. Pradeep Chatur will be elaborating it. I just want to indicate a very clear framework that emerged in our discussions. First is the given. Now the given is the target, 175 gigawatts by a specified time, and the political will. So as I had said earlier also, we now don't have the excuse of saying that there is no political will. What is needed, however, is a firm policy. Now this thing came during our discussions on the first day, that we keep blaming renewable energy as being a variable power, and therefore it has problem for the grid. Similarly, renewable energy also faces variable policy, and therefore it has a problem for renewable energy. So we need a firm policy, both in terms of finance, institutional finance, and how do we handle hidden subsidies. Infrastructure, which includes testing and standards, education, manufacture, and a database of who is doing what where successfully. We need a good regulatory regime, a supportive regulatory regime, and we also need a skilled manpower because, ma'am, when such an ambitious target is given and this is to be implemented in the field, we need skilled manpower. So there is a need for assessing it and creating a database for that. Renewable energy alone can't do everything, and therefore supporting sectors are required. We had therefore taken energy efficiency as a theme. We had taken megawatts as a theme. Energy saved is energy gained. And yesterday, Honorable Minister Environment also addressed it through a recorded video because last minute he had to go out for a particular task related to COP. But he also brought out this important connection between Ministry of Environment and Renewable Energy. These are the things which I have to do inside the box. Outside the box, we have to encourage the decentralized systems, whether they are distributed systems or whether we are giving relative autonomy to user. Second is on technology side, we need to have game changers for doing cost drop. We have solar system, we have biomass. Storage is an extremely important sector that needs to be brought up, and through initiative in R&D, it has to be encouraged. Innovative financing is a need. Then the question comes where? Renewable energy in India has a different shape, and stable energy in Bharat has a separate shape and structure. And regions will have different policies, because somewhere you may have predominantly wind, somewhere solar, somewhere biomass. So we have to go for a site-specific planning. And finally, we need to bring a balance, because, ma'am, even today, wind energy is 24,000 megawatts in our installed capacity, compared to solar, biomass, and small hydro, each approximately 4. So we have to keep that in mind, so that we continue with a balanced development. With these remarks, I'll close. I welcome all the distinguished panelists. I welcome the audience, and I'm sure we will have a quick, fruitful discussion. I'll straight away call upon Mr. Pradeep Chaturvedi, Vice President of World Environment Foundation. He will read out the declaration, and then he will also give a very brief address on sustainability, because I'm quite sure that the recommendations would have said 80% of what you want to say. So over to Mr. Pradeep Chaturvedi, please.